Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm on two platforms right now: Jen Essentials, which is on Facebook, and then Periscope, which is on Periscope. So it's at Jen Photo on Periscope, and then here on Jen Essentials, you can just like my page and get notifications as well. So that's actually probably an easier way because I'm going to be answering questions here, and then there'll be a continued conversation here as opposed to you can't continue the conversation there. Okay. Place the phone on the laptop. I don't know what you're asking. So I don't have any clamps or anything. I would just decided to put this on here. So let's just get started on this topic because this is kind of an interesting one to me. Many of you guys know my background, but I'll just tell you real quick who I am and kind of what I do here. My name is Jen O'Sullivan, and I am an advocate for the truth. A lot of people know that. I am trained in French medicinal aromatherapy, but what does that really mean? It just means that I probably have a little bit more education than most people, and I am a published author. I have 4 books out. The 5th one is on the way, and so it's just a matter of you know, you can't trust everybody. You have to kind of throw your hat in with people that you feel like you can trust, and a lot of people feel like they can trust me. So I've been an essential oil user and advocate for 9 years, and I am a big advocate for education. And so I want to talk to you guys today about cancer and trolls. And so that may seem like an odd pairing, but basically when you have a cancer. So what we used to in business, so my background is in business. I was a small to medium to even actually 5-star hotel large business coach in the wedding community. And so one of the things that we always discussed were the cancers in the group. And so we would have these mastermind group sessions with about 20 different business owners, and we would discuss concepts and ideas and ways to promote marketing, all sorts of stuff. But there was always one person in the group that brought the group down. Like literally, they would always be the naysayer about things. They would always have to comment on stuff that was just like, it just slowed everybody down. Where we were all moving forward, there was always one person, right? It's like that old adage that says, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Well, we used to joke behind the scenes about like, who's the cancer this month, you know? And it would get so bad sometimes that one person would then end up having to be kicked out. Like literally, you know, they wouldn't check themselves after multiple repeated times that we would talk to them and say, look, you really need to be aware what you're doing, okay? And so oftentimes, and I can't say oftentimes, but 3 times in my career in that industry, I personally had to kick someone out because this was my organization. It was a big kind of group. And I seriously, it was painful. And like a cancer, it's not fun, okay? Because there's major damage that happens when you have to kick someone out of anything. And the thing is, what's interesting, if you move forward in your life, sometimes I'm the cancer, right? Sometimes, you know, we're all different walks of life. We're all doing different things. We all have different belief systems and different ways in which we live, and we want to help people, right? I think that's the majority of it. I think like when there's an injustice, like we want to help people. But then there's this whole concept of trolls, right? So if we go back to a cancer, we used to joke also in the industry when blogs first came out that you have to feed the beast or the beast will die. Well, the point is with a cancer is that if you have cancer, you want to stop eating all forms of sugar, right? We know that cancer feeds on sugar. And so what I'm going to encourage you guys to do is 2 things. A, do not be the cancer. Can you check yourself to see if you are the cancer? Meaning, are you the one that's constantly questioning everything, which is not bad, right? I'm a teacher. I love questions. But like if you've asked the question and it's been answered or discussed, and then you ask it again and again and again, you're becoming the cancer, okay? If you're constantly posting something just because you know you're going to get a rise, like if you join my group and you know we consume oils and you come in and you start posting stuff about the fact that consuming oils is dangerous, well, you're now a cancer. So you're going to get cut out. What that's going to happen though is that what's going to happen in that is that I am now the bad guy, right? Because I cut you out. So I tend to not ban people in my group, just so you know. The thing is though, if I see somebody that's constantly asking the same question that is already been answered, I will delete it. I will delete those comments. Occasionally I have deleted people. I've occasionally asked people to stop asking me the same questions over and over again, or to just simply ask their upline because they're questions that I shouldn't really be asked, and they get mad at me. And I'm like, okay, that's the problem, right? The person who's the surgeon is sometimes gets yelled at, okay? So here's the thing. A troll. Trolls often will say I'm not a troll. And the problem with that is, I get it, because they're just asking questions, right? And so in their heart, they feel like they're, like, in my heart, I would never want to call myself a cancer. And so the problem with that is, if someone was calling me a cancer, if a doctor was telling me I had cancer, and I'm like, that's not a cancer. That's just denial, right? And so I want all of you, I do this all the time for myself too, is check to see if you're the cancer. And what that means is that if you're in a group and you're constantly the poker and nobody else agrees with you, then you're just going to frustrate people. So that's step number one. If you're in a group that you don't agree with everything that they're talking about, that doesn't matter. You don't have to agree. But don't constantly poke, right? You can ask educated questions and back it up with what you've researched, but don't constantly give these blanket statements, right? I don't want to do that either. And so what happens with me is so often people will say, Jen, asking a question to me, and I won't even answer. You guys have seen this where I really won't even respond, because this is the other part of this. There's two parts to this. Check to see if you're the cancer, but second, check to see if you're the sugar, okay? What the sugar does is it just promotes the cancer. And so we don't want to be the sugar. And so what I'm going to encourage all of you guys to do is stop feeding the beast. And so this Friday, I will be doing my very last comment about the cinnamon bark scandal, all the testing that's going on. I will actually be doing one last video broadcast on the Essential Oil Truth. It's a page that I manage that you're welcome to join. It's not the Essential Oil Truth, sorry. It's the Human Body and Essential Oils. And you can just go ahead to facebook.com/groups and then /the human body. And I want you guys to know that on Friday I will be doing one last thing that I feel is very important. I would not be bringing this up. I have some people that are saying, again. I would not be bringing this up if I didn't feel that this was important information. It's based on the questions that were asked at the first one, right? So and I will literally go into detail some very specific things that were brought up. And I think it's very important for you guys to watch this because it's going to give you a better, clearer picture of what's actually going on behind the scenes. And that's what I hope to give you is something to think about, right? I will not be bagging on any companies. I will be sharing with you information that is public knowledge that you can then take that information and move forward on your own, okay? So I'm looking forward to that. Right now it's set for, I think it's set for, I'm not sure. I actually have to check my calendar. So it's going to be Friday sometimes, but check this because I'm going to post on here what time it's going to be, but it will be on Friday on my page that is the Human Body and Essential Oils. So I wanted to let you guys, Friday, not Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. Did I post Thursday? I might have. I'll have to check. But this is just something to help you guys, okay? And don't be the cancer and don't be the sugar. Check yourself on both. Everybody, right? I'm not calling out one person. There's one gal in our group who thinks I'm always talking about her. I'm not. So please, but check yourself. I mean, realistically, check. All of you should check yourself in any group that you're in if you are the cancer or if you're the sugar. And honestly, the sugar can be kind of more irritating. Because if somebody posts something that's a clear, obvious, ridiculous statement, and you don't comment on it, guess what? It will end. But because this whole thing has continued to move forward, because the other side of it keeps fighting back, it's like just, if you look at Young Living, they have not bothered to fuel the flames. It's all of us, okay? So that's what I'm saying. I will only do one more post because I think it's very pertinent information, and after that you can decide for yourself. Okay, so did I say the 19th? So that would be Thursday. I'm not sure. I'll have to check the post on what I put. I looked at my calendar. So I just wanted to get on here real quick to let you guys know. So, okay, you guys are out. Bye. That's our Periscope broadcast. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but we had 469 viewers, whereas here we only have 19. So that's what I laugh about with Periscope, is I actually have more people over there. Okay, so that's it. All right. So we'll see. Actually, I think I said Friday only because I'm waiting on one more person for information that I just want to make sure on, because you guys know me, I have to check my sources 1,000 times, and so I don't want to give you guys bad information. And that's it. Okay. 11 my time. Did I say 11 my time on the 19th? That's Thursday, so maybe I did. So it just depends. If I don't have all the information, then I will do it Friday. If not, I will do it Thursday. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.